Contract number 012 of 2024, Sinfra MT total value of the work, 62812233 BRL. Here the speaker is Luana Vidal, Cuyabana de Chap Cruz. And today I just ask for a few minutes of your time so we can talk calmly about something that maybe you don't even care about. But it's in the headlines all over the world and it's going to change the course of human history. We know how much the people of the countryside work, but when profit exceeds the limit of nature, something is wrong. And it is good to remember it will not only be the enemies of the planet and those who cut down the forest who will be judged, but also those who left it. Who approved it? Who shut up? Anyone who earns too much, too fast, without limit is at least on top of something that needs to be looked at, and it's not to persecute anyone, it's to protect everyone.
The planet belongs to no one.
And justice now moves to the point of understanding that destroying the common home of humanity is a crime against existence itself. The bill may take a while, but it's on its way, and it will come for sure. And the most curious thing is that even the richest countries have asked themselves how, in such a short time, 1 or 2 decades, some regions have managed to accumulate billionaire fortunes. Profits that do not come from factories that produce cutting-edge technology do not come from software, nor from tips, nor from industrial innovation. It comes from the illegal destruction of the environment, from the bleeding ground.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Welcome to Cuiabá, Mato Grosso, Ecological Works channel with artificial intelligence this Sunday. You're all welcome. Let's get the official information. Time to check work stats with my colleague Luana Vidal. Over to you, Luana.
Hi, Nelio Oliveira. Warm greetings to all channel friends. This is the Advanced Ecological Works channel powered by AI, showcasing projects where nature thrives and people stay informed. Let's go to the official data of the sign of the work 1096, carried out by the state of Mato Grosso, Brazil. It is the implementation of a new road complex on Avenida Miguel Sutil in the neighborhood Jardim Leblon at the meeting with Rua Boa Vista, ensuring access to Avenida Arquimedes Pereira Lima and also access and return by Marginal da Miguel Sutil in the region of Avenida do CPA. Contract number 012 of 2024 Sinfra MT. Total value of the work, 62812233 BRL. Source of the resource, State Treasury. Source, 15,007 execution time, 540 days, around 1.5 years of works. Remembering? Works began in September 2024. The executing company is the Complexo Leblon Engenharia e Construções Consortium, formed by the companies Rivoli do Brasil and Lotufo Engenharia e Construções. The technical persons responsible for the work are Civil Engineer Luiz Lotufo Jr., Civil Engineer Cristiano Zandona dos Santos, and Civil Engineer Everton Lazari Fantin. Inspection by Sinfra is carried out by civil engineers Eber Castro do Nascimento and Bruno Drozgic Mendonça Soares. All this with an official sign installed on site, guaranteeing the transparency of the work and the state's commitment to the people. Mato Grossense. Now it's up to you, Nelio Oliveira. Because this road complex, my friend, is much more than a simple urban intervention. We are talking about a trench in Jardim Leblon, elevated accesses with retaining walls for the widening of the Roberto Campos viaduct in both directions, a tunnel on Miguel Sutil, and next to it another viaduct, this one with access to Avenida do CPA in the direction Fernando Correa. Passing through Rua Lateral da Polícia Federal, in Bairro Arraes, all of this together, look, really changes urban mobility in the capital.
That's it, Luana. Thanks for the information. And at this moment, we are close to the Bahian Ice, which are the wheel guards. It is elevated, that gives access to the Roberto Campos viaduct, which was widened. We flew when the staff was no longer working yesterday afternoon. These images are from the afternoon of Saturday, the 26th, and today, Sunday, we bring this complete video, even showing this concreting there, that we had not seen, which is already part of the retaining wall, now well raised there. At the foot of it is a viaduct giving access to another viaduct. I want you to bring it to us, Luana. These are important decisions in the area of works because Brazil's environmental legislation directly impacts the works, right? And I know you have information about the UN decision. Let's take advantage of this Sunday when people are at home so that you can bring this extremely important information for the progress of works in the state of Mato Grosso. Look at the work, there is no shortage. Even with all that bureaucracy, right, the government has managed to get started on the works. Who works in the area that we always talk about, right? Everyone who works in the interior of the state of Mato Grosso, including said, you need to know the interior. Where are the great works of the state of Mato Grosso, which is a real machine, right? So now with the debureaucratization, look, I'm going to discount it. We don't know where it will end up, but the one who gains from this is the infrastructure, is the state. And as we always say here, right, it is still a developing country and infrastructure is the basis of everything. So if you can bring the information so that we can start seeing how the world sees us, right? Please, Luana, bring us this information, which is very important, right? Especially after the approval of the PL, which is this bill that makes environmental laws more flexible.
Hello friends of the Canal das Obras Ecológicas com AI, this is Luana Vidal, Cuiabana de Chap Cruz. And today, I just ask for a few minutes of your time so we can talk calmly about something that maybe you don't even care about, but is making headlines around the world and is going to change the course of human history. On July 23, 2025, the International Court of Justice, or the main legal body of the United Nations, took a delicate but profound step. She acknowledged that countries can be held legally responsible for environmental crimes, crimes that affect not only your people, but the entire planet. It is a decision that comes late, but it arrives at the time of consciousness because the extreme signs are already everywhere.
And the records too, right, Luana? Satellite images don't fade, they don't expire, and nature has been screaming for a long time.
It's true, John, the evidence doesn't deceive. Everything has been recorded over the years by satellites, by sensors, by studies. The traces of destruction are all filed there, in the skies, in the rivers, in the trees, in the fish, and also in the people. From this international recognition, a new horizon emerges, the International Environmental Criminal Court. A court that is not against countries, but rather against individuals who knew what they were doing and did it anyway. And here it is important to say it is only time, the time of responsibility, because there is a very big difference between those who erred out of ignorance and those who, having all the information, persisted in the error, who continued destroying, poisoning. Deforestation persisted despite knowledge of its effects.
And with this, not only us, but also future generations are being put at risk.
Exactly. And you see, this is not a speech against progress or against production. We know how hard the people of the countryside work, but when profit exceeds the limit of nature, something is wrong. Today, the whole world is watching Brazil, especially the Amazon region. Bolivia, which is also part of the Amazon basin, has suffered from severe degradation, mining, mercury, contamination of rivers, and all of this creates a cascade effect. The UN warns the world that the time of environmental impunity is coming to an end, and it's good to remember. It will not only be the enemies of the planet and those who cut down the forest who will be judged, but also those who left, those who approved, those who remained silent.
The entire chain of command needs to be remembered. Politicians who omitted themselves, inspectors who closed their eyes, judges, and even ministers of the highest courts, who facilitated or allowed crimes to expire in the silence of the courts, because it is not only those who destroy with their hands, but also those who allowed, those who favored, and those who remained silent.
And this also applies to laws made to favor destruction, prosecutors who shelved, judges who slept over the files, business people who became rich at the expense of imbalance. The bill may take a while, but it's on its way, and it will come for sure. And the most curious thing is that even the richest countries have asked themselves how, in such a short time, 1 or 2 decades, some regions have managed to accumulate billionaire fortunes. Profits that do not come from factories that produce cutting-edge technology, do not come from software, nor from tips, nor from industrial innovation. It comes from the illegal destruction of the environment, the bleeding ground, and
even in agribusiness, seriously, everyone knows, production depends on the combination of regular rainfall, healthy, well-tended soil, and nature in balance. There is no sustainable productivity with the planet reeling.
That's it. Who earns too much too fast without limit? It's at least on top of something that needs to be looked at, and it's not to persecute anyone, it's to protect everyone.
Because the planet has no owner.
And justice now moves to the point of understanding that destroying the common home of humanity is a crime against existence itself. The UN decision has already turned on the light, and what was once just an idea is now concrete, a real path. With serenity, with wisdom, and with respect for life.
It's like you always say, Luana, who's going to pay this bill, dear? They are the enemies of planet Earth, because this is all in favor of the future.
And the future begins with justice.
And Mato Grosso always ahead, Luana, João Forte, and the friend of the channel who accompanies us. You know that Mato Grosso is the state of the works, right? Flexibility or not. As I said earlier, those who work with works say you need to tour Mato Grosso, that you will stay the way you like work, you will be scared. But in the good sense of the amount of work that's going on, that's very good. That means public money has been invested, right? At the foundational level, crucial for state growth, I wish you a fantastic Sunday, an enjoyable weekend, and a very happy birthday today, July 27, 2025. Take care and see you soon.